Welcome to Task 1 for Unit 5 Health and Fitness. The title of this task is to know the major body systems associated with a healthy lifestyle. As you'll know from the different work that you've covered up until being issued this task, everybody should now know what the different body systems are in terms of the skeletal, the muscular, the respiratory and the cardiovascular systems. Although there are many more body systems, the four that you need to demonstrate in this task are those I've just mentioned. So then, you've got two different forms of evidence you can produce for this task. One being a booklet, or a workbook, which Dave Pounder, your tutor, will talk you through for this task. So then, looking at task 1A, the booklet, which is what you need to produce for all this, you have three sections in which you need to complete. So you need to produce the three-section A4 information booklet, which helps to explain the health and fitness and effects of exercise. If you don't do the booklet, you must complete and submit the workbook. So then, for section 1 of your workbook or your booklet, you should include the main key terms used to describe the body systems, and we've got them highlighted here: muscular, skeletal, cardiovascular and respiratory, and health and fitness. So then, one of the first things you should look to do is identify very briefly the key terms associated with health and fitness. These will be covered during your sessions. You should have notes on these, so keep these for to complete this task. You should then go on to include diagrams which are annotated with the key terms for all four of these body systems. This section should include body system diagrams with the main parts annotated, which is what I've just mentioned, and you should also explain the structure and function. So the structure and function for each of the four body systems identified. So just a very short recap on this section 1. I want a brief description of the definitions associated with health and fitness. This should only take about half a page. I would then like you to, for each of the four body systems highlighted here, include a labeled diagram of each system, and then I go on to explain the structure and function of each body system. And that's what you need to do for section 1. For section 2 of the booklet or workbook, you should describe and explain in detail the effects of exercise, both short and long term, on each body system, and also include a table which outlines the benefits of exercise. Now again, you will engage some short activities, physical activities, which will get you to experience the short and long-term effects of exercise. You'll also cover some previous sessions which you'll need to retain some notes for to do this section. There's two parts to this part, so you need to describe and explain in detail the effects of exercise, short and long term, on each body system. So I want to know what's the short and long term effects for muscular, for skeletal, cardiovascular and respiratory, and you must include that in section 2. Then again, I want a short table which outlines the benefits of exercise. So in summary, very quickly, I want a table which outlines the benefits of exercise, and I want to know what the short and long-term effects on each body system highlighted here included in section 2. Do be sure that you include sufficient detail when you're explaining for this section. For section 3 then, should be your own evaluation of the short and long-term effects of exercise. So if you're going to regularly participate in exercise, I want you to evaluate the short-term and the long-term effects of this. you will participate in a session where you'll understand how to evaluate. You must retain your notes for to complete section 3, as this will enable you to get a higher grade for task 1. Looking at this section here, this is the criteria covered by this task. Now obviously you do a lot for this task, which is why it has 5 different criteria references. So then you must check that you've done all of this to ensure that you do pass task 1. So let's look at some examples of this. Define key terms associated with a healthy lifestyle. That's this section here. Describe the effects of exercise on body systems associated with health. That's this bit here we talk about short and long-term effects. Outline the benefits of exercise, which will be this table here, which you include for section 2. Explain the impact of regular exercise on body systems associated with health. This will be in section 2 and in section 3 when you talk about the short and long term. Okay, when you explain in detail and when you're evaluating. And more so this one here, evaluate the short and long term effects, which pertains particularly to section 3. Okay, that is task 1 in a nutshell. Again, more information will be provided during your session when this task is issued.